We're both motivated by our desire for peace and justice. Everyone feels the same pain when losing something dear. You and I have both experienced that pain. You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated.
You people, you heroes, in order to save strangers you don't know, you hurt those who loved you. That's what my father said. Pointless? I have a mission. Always have. Self-described heroes. You pretend to embody all that's good. Your kind is always the same. Every generation. You pretend you don't see those you can't protect. And cover up the pain you cause. Always thinking of yourselves as righteous. This world has grown so rotten it's infested with maggots. Happened little by little, but your mistakes added up. The coddled trash got used to being protected, while you took advantage of these so-called victims for your own profit. Everything that I've ever known, everything in this world you built rejected me. But not now. I'm the one who's rejecting you. That is why I destroy. That is why I keep gaining power. Simple, isn't it? And yet, you just don't understand. The fact that you don't get it is why we have heroes and villains.
Are you fighting me for all of humanity? If so, then you should know that my actions are entirely for their benefit. For example, in human society, lands are split by borders marking their territory. On the right side of the border, children may starve to death, while on the left, idle dregs who do nothing have everything they need. It's absolute madness. I shall crush that madness and create a fair world where the concept of inequality will be completely forgotten for all time. I don't deny that I'll start by using power and terror to accomplish my objective, but only when absolutely necessary, and only to bring about order. You see, I have learned what true power is meant to be used for, to protect the weak, who deserve to live. That is its purpose. Power shouldn't be used to torment the defeated.
I don't understand all your melodramatic nonsense. But if I disgust you, then that's quite the compliment. So thanks for that. Malice is an emotion that's unique to human beings. It distinguishes us from all other animals. But what am I saying? I'm sure you're familiar. Rage, hatred, revenge, destruction. Malice has power. Because whenever you let those feelings of malice take over, that's when you're at your most human. After all, humanity's truest form is evil.
You heard what I said and then called me a liar. Now you refuse to believe what I've shared. Your mind may not want to accept these revelations, but inside you there's a voice saying, accept it, it's the truth. Soon you'll know. Time will help. I feel sorry about your confusion, but this world's never really been about truth or lies. In this world, there's only one thing that's worth knowing. Hard facts. Despite this universal truth, people misguidedly choose to only accept the facts that appeal to their way of thinking. They're so limited, they can only accept the truths that are comfortable for them. So, this is simply about wanting to hang on to your personal power. Realizing things may not have been as we accepted them to be unsettles us. It's overwhelming. Are you absolutely sure that you know the truth?
This is the day I finish you, Black. You won't be the end of the human race. No way.
But this race deserves to end. That is what you feel who refuse to admit failure!
Pirates are evil. The Navy is just. But that's only true because history tells us so. Children who've never known peace have different values than children who've never known war. The one who wins will rewrite the definition of right and wrong. They'll decide the future and how the past is written. Will justice prevail? Why, there's no other way! The winner will define the meaning of justice!
This is a battle with swords, not some fistfight. As long as one of us is still breathing, then this fight's not over.
You're making this a fight to the death? Why? There's no reason!
You mean you need a reason to fight? Why don't you just accept it? You crave power. Isn't that right? You enjoy fighting as much as I do. And anyone who truly loves power, loves to measure that power in battle. It's a simple fact. The question is, do we fight in order to gain more power, or do we gain more power in order to fight? I haven't figured it out yet. But who cares? Because one thing is for certain. There is no reason we should ever deny it or try to change, because we were born this way. You have always wanted to fight, and you always will. It's part of you. You do it instinctively. You have no choice but to fight, because it's the only way to gain power. If you want to control that power, take your sword and cut down your enemies!
To take from another is tantamount to evil. From the moment we are born, we practice this art, perfecting the sin we've inherited. That's what life is, a continuous series of compounding sin. It is life itself that draws us into the darkness. I have accepted my fate. I know that I am evil, as are each and every one of you. Now, let's practice a different sin.